Celebrities who flirted with fans. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Number 10, Marco Belinelli. In 2013, shooting guard Marco Belinelli was traded to the Spurs, the team he'd go on to win an NBA championship with, making him the first Italian player to achieve that feat later that season. Things in his life were looking up, and his deserved newfound confidence inspired him to make disgustingly cocky, pun intended, comments to one of his followers on Twitter. "Want to see something big to eat?" he asked her. The fan was appropriately mortified by the question, and the conversation only got worse when he proceeded to tell her that something big was also long and thick. "Okay, we get it, Marco. You love your junk. You're also super gross, and we're glad that the fan shot you down by saying she had a boyfriend." Number 9, Austin Jones. YouTube star Austin Jones amassed a huge following online a few years ago thanks to his beautiful voice and Bieber-like haircut. But unfortunately, a lot of his fans were preteen girls. The 24-year-old repeatedly asked him for inappropriate pictures and came under fire by fans and the media in 2015 for soliciting twerking videos from some underage girls. He recorded a very emotional apology on YouTube and claimed that Facebook had never asked him to do anything more than sending a twerking video. But he later got caught forcing 14-year-olds to audition for a chance to say that they were his biggest fan by sending him sexually explicit videos. The police found child pornography on his computer, and upon his arrest, Austin admitted that the content was for him himself. Gross. Number 8, Matt Damon. It's not always sketchy and uncomfortable when a celebrity hits up a fan. Just look at Matt Damon and his adorable relationship with his non-famous wife, former bartender, Luciana Barcelo. When Luciana helped Matt escape from a group of autograph chasers in Miami in 2003, it was love at first sight and they got married 2 years later. Matt and Luciana are the parents of 3 daughters, as well as Barcelo's wife from a previous relationship. "I got lucky, I fell in love with a civilian, not an actress and not a famous actress at that," Matt told Esquire, "because then the attention doesn't double. It grows exponentially because then suddenly everybody wants to be in your bedroom." The couple renewed their vows in 2013 and they live a very peaceful private life. Number 7, Marcus Jordan. Michael Jordan is one of the most pure, beloved athletes in sports history, but his son Marcus probably won't be invited to take part in the Space Jam sequel anytime soon. Marcus, who is a rising basketball star at the University of Central Florida, totally got caught sending a porn star Rachel Rocks a wildly inappropriate tweet that we're sure was meant to go in her DMs and not on his timeline. "Was ready for round 2, first black one, huh? And got a lot more money for you," he wrote, making it clear that they had already had sex and that he had paid for their first meeting. Marcus soon realized his mistake and tried to act like his account was hacked as a prank, but we all know the truth. Number 6, LeBron James. Speaking of basketball stars who got busted hitting up their fans, just check out this hilarious attempt at flirtation by legend LeBron James. LeBron messaged "Hey, what's up" to 18-year-old Instagram model Rachel Bush, not realizing that Bush loves attention and would be eager to jump on the chance to put him on blast. She tweeted the exchange out to all of her followers and immediately called into Billy Madison's show to give them the scoop on what had happened. She was nice enough to point out that LeBron may not have been the one who hit send, as celebrities often have multiple people running their social media accounts, but she also pointed out that he has a wife and kids, so the message was highly inappropriate if he was the one who sent it. Awkward. Number 5, Steve Harvey. When Steve Harvey saw his now wife Mero G in the audience of his show back in 1990, he immediately commented on how gorgeous she was and joked that he would marry her someday. After that show, he asked her out and they dated for a short while before ultimately breaking up due to stress on a long-distance relationship. 17 years later, the two reconnected and started dating again, and he made good on the remark he made when he first saw her by asking her to marry him. Now he jokes to fans in search of relationship advice. "If it's not working out between you and your girl, take a 15-year pause and come back to it. Works like a charm." Number 4, Jake T. Austin. They say that if at first you don't succeed, try again. And Danielle Caesar definitely took that advice to heart when trying to win the heart of her favorite celebrity. Wizards of Waverly Place star Jake T. Austin. Danielle tagged Jake in nearly 100 tweets and frequently joked for 5 years about how she was going to marry him before they even met. You'd think that those tweets would be enough to scare anyone away, but for some reason, Jake found them endearing and eventually gave her a shot last year. The two connected instantly, and they've been dating ever since. "It doesn't matter how you meet someone," Jake explained to People. "Sometimes you connect with people at the right moment and you just click." Number 3, Tyga. Tyga came under serious fire when he began dating Kylie Jenner the moment she turned 18 because people were grossed out by the 8-year age gap between the rapper and the Keeping Up with Kardashians star, but this is so much worse. Molly O'Malia, a 14-year-old singer, received a random message from Tyga saying "you're dope" in her Instagram DMs. She was initially honored, but quickly got grossed out when he asked her if she's ever in Los Angeles and made it clear that he was interested in more than just a musical collaboration. In a press conference, O'Malia said that she thought their conversations would be about music, but he never actually brought that up and instead asked her to FaceTime him 3 times. We definitely don't blame her for not responding after that point. Number 2, Anthony Weiner. Former New York State Congressman Anthony Weiner resigned in June 2011 when he got caught sexting one of his loyal followers. He claimed to have seen the error of his ways, but the married, disgraced politician got busted yet again with a young Republican-turned catfish baited him into talking about some sexual fantasies, porn scenes, and strappy black heels. Posing as an attractive young woman, the catfish encouraged Anthony to boast about his animal prowess and how he was deceptively strong like a mongoose. The conniving catfish then posted the entire flirty, private online chat all over the internet. When the post asked him for a comment about the conversation, he jokingly replied with, "I can confirm that I am indeed deceptively strong like a mongoose." Number 1, James Franco. That's right, getting busted talking to an underage girl once just wasn't enough for James Franco. He had to make headlines a second time to make it perfectly clear to all of his fans that he was a pervert who has no problem breaking the law if it means he gets to hook up with a super young fan. James noticed that one of his cute young Instagram fans, Lucy Claude, was visiting nearby in New York and immediately asked, "Who are you with, and do you have a BF?" She explained that she was on a birthday vacation and her mother and that she wasn't quite 18 yet, but her hard eyes emoji definitely implied that James was still down to mess around. So was she. You'd think someone with James' fame, wealth, and smile could find a nice girl of his own age. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.